What's going on, Empire Faithful? You know who it is, you know what it is. Kev Mitchell, aka Miss Nana's on Mine, aka Silverado Kev. Live from the Silverado. And as promised, I'm gonna do this little get to know me video, like I stated. So, how did I become a Niners fan slash football fan? First and foremost, let me thank my grandmother, Gloria Mitchell, for being the best example of a Niners fan that I've ever had. Well, actually, her and my grandfather, James Walker, who was also a huge Niner fan. I was born in San Francisco, California, in the Fillmore District, also known as Fillmore, September 1st, 1978. As a child, in the early 80s, as far as the parades and everything, the parades came right behind my grandmother's house on Fillmore between Golden Gate and McAllister. So when the parades came down, I'm right there, front seat, live and direct, watching the parade go by, the players, the cheerleaders, the mascot. It was a wonderful thing. Now my grandmother, I spent a lot of time at her house during the summers. My grandmother on my father's side, and this woman was the most dedicated and loyal fan I've ever met. I mean, she even tops me. I can say that. When most kids on Saturday mornings were watching cartoons, she had me watching old Niner games. Y'all remember them old VCR holders, tape holders, where they were like three across, and you could buy them, in multiples. She had like four of them. And till this day, she has old Niner games on VHS labeled season by season, game by game. And initially, I really had no idea what I was looking at, but as time passed and the older I got, I'm like, okay, so this is our football team, the 49ers, okay, cool. And as I got older, I began to play football. My dad played football too, and so he was this standout athlete, baseball and football actually. So, he was amazing. So as I went outside, to play with my friends and things of that nature, I gravitated to football. And I began to see over time that I was better than everybody else. Excuse me, I was faster, had more shakies, agility than everybody else. So I said, you know what, one day I said, hey, you know what? I want to play football too. Now, as a kid, my mother, shout out to my mama, Mom, I love you. My mother wouldn't allow me to play football because, I was small. Believe it or not, I was a small dude at one point in time. I was a little guy, and I had asthma. So she never let me play because she feared me getting hurt or me having an asthma attack. So I'm okay, cool. So what I did was I'm playing at the park, the playgrounds, in middle school. I went to Sacred Heart Elementary in San Francisco. So at recess we playing football, lunch we playing football, and I was always one of them guys who, oh, we got Kev, so, and I'm like, Mama, I'm good, Mama, I'm good, but she still stood strong, firm on her decision not to let me play. So I ended up going to high school at George Washington High School out there in the avenues in San Francisco, and I didn't play football until my junior year. And what happened was I'm playing football one day at lunch. We're playing sideline to sideline versus the full field. I think that they scored like 7 touchdowns or something like that, unofficially, but by my account, about 7 touchdowns. And I was addressed by somebody asking me if I play football, and I'm like, yeah, I play football. I just got done playing, you know. So he was like, no, no, no. I mean, like, actually play football, come out for the team. So I approached my mother about it. Initially, she fought me on it, but she talked to a couple of different people, and they assured her that everything would be okay, and I wouldn't get hurt, and they'd take care of her baby. So fast forward, I made the football team. As a junior, it's my first time playing official, padded, organized football. To be honest, all I really knew about the game was, I'm fast, I'm quick, I can catch, I can shake people, so I was kind of like a fish out of water, as I really had no fundamentals other than being fast and avoiding people. So my junior year, it was a little rough. I got some playing time, but it was a little rough. And I will say that a lot of that had to do with me because I really didn't know the ins and outs of the game other than just I'm fast and get open. Had a guy sitting in front of me, uh, Quan Yi, I never forget his name, Asian dude. And though I felt I was better than him, I was faster, better hands, just I was more talented. He worked harder, so over time I understood, okay, it's not just about being talented. Like I tell the players I coach, I've been coaching youth football for about 7 years now. I'm a DC now. And over the years, I've seen that hard work beat talent when talent don't work hard. And it's so true. I tell my son's 14, it's the first year in high school in the fall, and I've told him for years. And I'll tell you what, although my son isn't as talented as I was, he works harder. He has more heart than I did. He's more dedicated, to honing his craft. So fast forward to my senior year. Okay, it's my time now, right? Actually, I think award number 2. I got a 1-digit number, so I'm in there. But even with that, I was in it for the wrong reasons. So I took a lot of plays off. I didn't go as hard as I should have in terms of conditioning and things of that nature. So of course I got hurt a lot. So needless to say, I had a decent season, but I ended up getting hurt. And my last football game, we played against Galileo High School, also in San Francisco, California. I caught a touchdown pass to put us back in striking distance to win the game. But we ended up losing. So that was my last football game in high school. My dad had always said, son, if football don't work out for you, how about going to the Navy? And it's like, I'm not going to the Navy, man. Nah, you tripping. I'm not going to the military. So I joined the military in January 2000. I'm sorry, January of '97. And I went to the military because football didn't work out. I tried to walk on to San Francisco City College, but again, it was too much of a fight. Well, in my eyes at that point in time, because I don't realize what it took to really be good. So and I went to the Navy. I served 14 years in the United States Navy, and but the Niners ought to been my team. So, and even with the Navy, I also realized that anything in my life that I failed at, it wasn't so much that I failed to put everything I had into it. So this is the message to you young guys out there, you young athletes. You really got to want it, man. You really got to want it. I don't care how talented you are, how big you are, how fast you are. If you're hard not in it, it's going to show and you're going to fall short. So, and to be honest, I didn't learn everything I've learned that I know now until I started coaching. I started coaching in like 2011. I'm sitting in the stands one day, actually many days. I'm calling out plays and stunts and fronts and who doing what wrong and who not doing what right. And, parents like, hey man, you sound like you know what you're talking about. You should be out there. And I'm like, nah, I'm just a parent that just love football, But that kept happening. End up, I started coaching. I started out on the offensive side of the ball. Then shortly after that, I switched to defense as a position coach. So fast forward, since the past year, this is my first year of being a dedicated DC. One game from the big game. One game from the big game. I mean, I was on it too, y'all. I mean, I had a real good season. Shout out to my Balboa Raiders, my 14U team from last year. We almost had it, but we fell short. So, all in all, my grandmother, my grandfather, and I actually going backwards, I never forget, I believe it was the '84 Super Bowl when John Taylor caught that touchdown pass to win the game. And, we ended up winning that Super Bowl. At that point, I was actually sitting on my grandfather's lap. And he about killed me that day because, when John Taylor scored, he jumped up and I'm on his lap. So I about went flying, but I didn't. So this Niner stuff, man, it's in my heart. I bleed this. I football, I love it. Eat, drink, sleep football. And had I had the passion I have now, then chances are this video would not have been made because I'd be in the league about ready to retire right now if I didn't already retire. So I haven't always been as passionate, as dedicated as I am. But I tell you what I'm doing now with writing and doing these videos, I feel like it's a second, also with coaching, I feel like it's like a second chance, because this is my second chance to actually put everything I have into something. The way I started writing, I was on Facebook a lot, just making comments about, the Niners and things of that nature, and Facebook groups and all that kind of stuff. And somebody approached me like, hey man, you ever thought about writing? And I'm like, I do comments. She's like, no. You have to like writing and actually doing articles, because I have an opportunity for you where you can write articles, put your name on it, and express your thoughts. And I'm like, okay, I'd always been a good writer. I got my degree in healthcare administration, so that required a lot of writing. So I was a school type writer, but now I had the opportunity to put that with sports and the Niners. I think I dropped about 40 or so articles, on the Niners, and I loved it. I did. People always tell me that they can see my passion in my work. I'm the kind of person, when I read something, I like to try to visualize it. It's like a movie in my head. So therefore, when I write, I want my readers to be able to visualize what I'm talking about. And I've succeeded. Eventually, life kind of had its way with me to a degree, so I had to step back, from writing. So I did so. And then actually what happened was the Cap situation. Y'all remember that? With the whole Cap situation and him kneeling and all that. I did 3 interviews. Okay, 3 interviews on live news. Shout out to KTVU in San Francisco. And I was on live TV talking about my thoughts on Cap and everything, and how I felt about the situation and what it would take to move forward. And actually, my last interview I did on my birthday, September 1st, 2016, I believe it was. No, maybe it was 15. But I started making videos, and I started seeing that these videos started getting a lot of traction. So, I said, what, maybe I should do this every week. So I went from doing those interviews just to doing weekly videos, pre-game and post-game analysis. And I also did some film study too. So here I am now, back in front of the camera. And for a long time, after I stopped writing for my first site, I was a little discouraged, based upon what's going on in life and the way things that went. So for a long time, I told myself I wasn't going to write anymore. I just do videos. But recently, I had an opportunity. Shout out to my Nothing But Niners fam. Hey, NBN, we on our way. So thank you to y'all for giving me the opportunity to again show my passion. So I'm back in front of the camera. I'm back doing videos. I appreciate y'all who have supported me since day one. I love this sport, man. I do. And I watch videos. I watch games differently than most people watch. I do a lot of rewinding, pausing. Somebody get beat. Somebody gives up a sack. I want to find out why. Be it was the guy slipped. He had his eyes in the backfield, blown coverage, whatever. So I watch games differently. And also, to add to my passion, living in San Diego, I became a part of the 619ers. Shout out to y'all, my 619er fam, our City Booster Club out here. And I became our spokesperson and our writer. So over the years, just different things have happened. And I'm going to tell you what, man. Anything you do in life, if you don't put everything you have into it, you're going to, I wouldn't say fail, you're going to get taught a lesson. And until you learn that lesson, the same thing is going to happen. History will repeat itself. So, again, here I am, another opportunity. And I really feel like this is my lane, my purpose, my passion, talking football, 49er football, and putting my personality in front of the camera. I got a little bit of personality, So yeah, man, like I said, born and raised San Francisco, California, September 1st, 1978. My grandmother, avid fan. Grandma, I love you. I'm going to call you later. My grandfather, James Walker, rest in peace. So thank you too. And my father as well, because he was a big fan. So thank you as well, Pop, for just instilling in me what it took to be a man, what it took to be an actual athlete, which I didn't have early on, but I have it now. So, but now it's in the means of coaching, videos, and articles. So again, almost at 15 minutes. Told y'all I'd do this get to know Kid video. Here I am. No Niner jersey this time. Just chilling. Black t-shirt. telling you who I am, where I came from. It's love, man. It is. It is. And my Niners, I'm telling you, I'm going from YouTube to them sidelines. I'm telling you. So John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan, whoever you are, hey, look for me. I'm going to be out there. So thank you again for your time. Again, coming from San Francisco, California, to now San Diego, California, as a writer, analyst, video host. I love it. I do. And I wouldn't change nothing as well as the way things happen. All right. So hope you enjoyed the video. Again, I'm Kev Mitchell, live from the Silverado. You can find me on YouTube. I changed my name to Silverado Kev since I'm live from the Silverado. I'm on Instagram at Mr. 9ERS on mine. I'm on Twitter at 49ers on mine. So holla at me. Any questions? Oh, I did have another question I want to address. I got a few of them, but I'm running along. The question was, what play in Niner history really just cemented my passion? There's so many of them, to answer your question. But the one that really just touches my heart was the pick of the stick when Bowman got the interception and ran all the way for a touchdown and took us to the playoffs. Man, to the Super Bowl. That I get tears in my eyes sometimes watching that. And I cried the Super Bowl we lost to the Ravens. I'm not gonna lie, I cried. You know, I'm a man, but damn it, I cried. Because we were so close. You know, but it's all good because things are changing. So, that's my time. Comment, like, share, subscribe. And I'll answer any questions, any video ideas you have, or something you may want me to talk about or address. I'll be happy to do so. My passion is defense, but also no offense. So, let me know. So have a great Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be blessed. And whatever you do, be the best you can be. Until next time, gone. Kev Mitchell, signing off. Love y'all.